Shalom. Before I begin this video, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Raha Wakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that still to this very day continually rule very well. That's continually feeding the flock through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And also Shalom to the hopeful elect that is also doing the same things in this work, that's giving diligence to make your calling and election sure in faith, truth, and also in sincerity. Now, the topic of this video is going to be entitled "The Last Hours of the Dollar." All right, and then, the reason why I titled this video as that is because, as you see in the news headline, it says the dollar is falling after Trump slammed the Fed again. And this isn't the only time that the dollar, or accounts that the dollar has been falling. Because actually in this article, which you can look it up on Google, you can look it up in the news. Also is in the Washington, or should I say Wall Street Journal. You'll pull up the same information about the dollar losing the value again. It's dipping down into a value once again, until eventually it's gonna completely be worthless. These people put their blood, sweat, and tears into trying to get the greenbacks, so to speak. Basically trying to get this paper money, this fiat currency, which is really, it's not backed by anything. And now it's coming into light that this dollar is really is worthless, man. All right. And even though they put out the statistics on how the dollar is standing up to other currencies, information like that is pretty much fabricated, man. Especially if you're getting the information out of the American soil, then it's pretty much fabricated, man. All right. But if you go to other parts of the world, they'll tell you what's going on in the States, man. They'll tell you what's going on in America, but America fails to tell the whole truth, because really the society is ran by Esau, or the nation of Edom, which that is the true biblical nationality of the so-called white man. Because the so-called white man has built this enterprise, which is, this place America is not really a country, it's an enterprise. And they built this enterprise off of lies and deceit and robbery. You can go to the book of Nahum, the 3rd chapter in the scriptures, starting at the 1st verse, and they'll tell you that this is a bloody city and it's full of lies and robbery. And day by day, the debt keeps rising with the dollar system. That's why you see nations ditching the dollar. And pretty much is over time, as the nations keep pulling out of the utilization of the dollar, then you're going to see it crash. Because we're coming to the time of the dollar crashing. And it's going to come to the point in time to when the dollar crashes, it's going to be no form of currency to be used here in America. And the only form of currency that's going to be used in that time when the dollar completely crashes, because not only news outlets like these push out statistics like this, but also you have other economists that's actually predicting that the dollar is going to lose its value even more. All right, they've been saying that over the process of time, man, through these past years. So pretty soon you're gonna see the complete collapse of the dollar, and that's gonna pave the way for the new form of currency, which is gonna be electronically and through the system that's being prepared right now. The system is being set up through this current government, the system, which is going to be based off the microchip, which is known as the NFC chip, RFID chip, Vera chip, which really is a system that's based off a microchip, man, which is to be implanted within the body. And that's going to be the new form of currency in that time when the dollar completely fails. You see, because when that time comes, if you have $100, 100 greenbacks in your bank account, you're not going to be able to go up and get that in cash, because they've been doing away with the cash for years and years on end now. That's why they moved the currency electronically by way of debit cards, credit cards. And pretty soon, you're not going to be able to access your cash anymore. Everything's going to be electronic. And also, too, they're going to do away with the credit card system as well. And they're going to move it towards the microchip. All right, you already have a chip, which is embedded within your card. Right? We now certain stores, they don't allow you to swipe your card anymore. All right, see, now they tell you to put the chip in. Put the chip in there in the machine for it to read the chip. All right, and pretty soon it's going to be within your body, and they're going to ask you to use that chip, all right, that you have in your body to make payments. All right. So, like I mentioned before about this news article, the headline, it says the dollar is falling after Trump slammed the Fed again. And there's going to be more news articles like these that's going to be popping up, here and there, basically pretty soon, man. All right. Yeah, you're going to have articles here and there that's going to pop up about the dollar system crashing. But you're going to see more and more statistics come out, showing you that the dollar is falling even more, even though, like I mentioned before about these facts that they, or should I say so-called facts, because we don't know. Because Esau could have very well fabricated it. It could be even lower than it is right now. But they're not going to tell you that because they don't want to cause a panic in the society. They don't want the people to panic, and cause a backlash. All right, because whenever you try to push something new towards the people, you can't just push it out to them right then and there, or you're gonna get a backlash out of that. That's how business is dealt. Whenever you conduct business, you can't push something out all of a sudden out in the and give the people that option and have no other options. They're gonna basically bite back. And that's how business is dealt here in America. So right now, the elites of the so-called white man, which I mentioned before, that true nationality is Esau or Edom, they are trying to condition the people into accepting the new form of technology and a new way of making payments. Okay. Now, with that being said, I want to go ahead and jump to the scriptures. Right, it's the book of James, the 5th chapter, and the 3rd verse. It says, "Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire." And that's right, man. This current money system, this monetary system, is cankered and is rusty. All right, and the thing about something that's cankered and something that's rusty, you can't cure that, man. There's absolutely no way that you can cure canker unless you drill it out or completely get rid of it. Same thing with rust. You can't fix rust. All right, rust gets worse and worse. So the only thing that you can do is get rid of it. So guess what? In that time, their gold and silver, which is in the form of this current monetary system, this currency that we have, is going to be completely thrown away because it's deteriorated. It's corroded. All right, because why? Because this dollar is backed on debt. All right, it doesn't have any real value to it. It's just like giving somebody a note saying that I owe you this much in gold and silver. That's all it is. All right. If you read on the dollar, it says this is a legal tender, which that being a legal tender to these to the stores or any places here in America that does business. You know, that greenback represents how much gold and silver that you're supposed to have. But like I mentioned before, you're not going to see that. The only thing you're going to see is $1. That's it. A greenback. All right? That's why, you know, you see people trying to stockpile gold and silver. You know, they're trying to trade in what they have for gold, which that's not going to do them any good, man. Want to know why? Because it's not going to be accepted in that day. All right? Because what's the point of having gold and silver, like literal gold and silver in this time right now, when all they're going to do is seize your gold and silver? All right? That makes no sense. Because in that day, when all hell breaks loose, they're going to seize everything that you have, even your gold and your silver. All right? So, of course, you're going to have people that's going to fight back for their gold and fight back, you know, for stuff like gold and silver and resources. And Esau already anticipates that. He already knows that you have these patriots, so-called patriots, and these people that's, you know, trying to get their guns together, trying to stand up against the government, which that's not going to do anything. So once again, going back to the scripture, it says, ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. All right? And we are in the last days. So right now we head to the point to where Esau is going to go ahead and just roll out his new world order, man, because like, hey, I actually put together a video before this one, which I believe I titled it as New World Order is at Risk. And that was a statement made by Jacob Rothschild, which is the Rothschilds are part of the head banking families, which really the Rothschilds is the head of the banking families. All right. Now I'm going to go to the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter in the 6th verse. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against them and a taunting proverb against them and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that laded himself with thick clay. And that's right, man, because all these things that Esau has done is taking up a proverb against him. Even his own dollar system is taking up his own proverb against him, because this dollar system is now speaking against this devil, the so-called white man, and showing you that everything that he's set up in this current society is nothing but lies and deceit, because even the dollar system itself is full of lies and deceit, man. You think that you actually have real money, but you really don't. All right? And then people say that we're crazy and we're bugged out because, you know, we say certain things, we say these certain facts. Well, the thing is that, you know, when you really look at it throughout the course of history, everything that this so-called white man has done has been done under deception, trickery. And really, when you deal with the so-called white man, you know, basically that's what he's going to do. He's going to deceive you. He's going to put a cloud, basically put smoke in front of your face to cover up the truth about what's really going on. And that's in anything, man. All right. So, like I said, it says, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. And it says, how long? And to him that laded himself with thick clay. And that clay represents debt. All right, because you go into the that word clay, the definition of that word clay means debt. So Esau has laid himself with debt, man, debt on top of debt. That's why you see in the dollar, it's corroding and is losing its value day by day. Now I'm gonna grab another precept. I'm gonna close it on now. Like I mentioned before, this is leading up towards the mark of the beast, man. All right, which once again is the microchip. This is our Revelation 13 chapter in the 16th verse. I'm gonna get straight to the point. It says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So with this mark, right, which is this devil's going to cause everyone to take this mark, which is the microchip. You're not going to be able to buy or sell anything unless you have that mark. All right. Basically, you're not going to be able to function in society because Esau has control over everything, man. To your water, your food, your resources, everything that you have, all that is ran by what? The dollar, your money. All right. To put gas in your car, to go get food, go get water, to do maintenance on your car, basically to even have a roof over your head. All right. Basically, to live in this society in general, you have to have money, and the only way you're going to be able to process that money to live, you got to have that mark. But the ones that don't have any faith, I gotta push this out, man. The ones that don't have any faith is going to take this mark. The ones that don't believe in this truth, which is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, guess what? The ones that don't believe, they're going to be left out there to die, man. And they're going to end up taking this mark, this microchip. But the ones that do have the faith, that believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which is the name of Heavenly Father is Yahweh, and the Son's name Yahweh Shai, who these people inwardly call Jesus. Those are the ones that the Lord is going to protect in those days. Those are the ones that the Lord is going to take care of in those days. Because it's going to come a point in time to where the Lord has to do certain things, which is deemed as miracles, which really in that day we're going to be taken care of, man. Because during that same time it's going to be a complete breakdown of society. That's when time is really going to speed up. So for those of you that are listening, that just tuning in, to ones of you that actually believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, believe in this truth, and believe that you are an Israelite, which the Israelites consist of the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, then don't take this mark, man. All right, if you take this mark, then that spells your death. And you can go read the book of Revelation, the 14th chapter, and the 9th verse, starting at the 9th verse, and it tells you what happened if you take that mark. All right. But like I said before, it's going to take a great amount of faith to not take that mark. All right. You have to really trust and believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He's going to take care of you in those days. That's why you go read Isaiah, the 33rd chapter, and the 6th verse says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and also the strength of salvation. So that pretty much wraps up this video and this lesson. And our Lord's will, you members of the Hope Elect were edified by this video. And until next time, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Raha, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that still to this very day continue to rule very well. Shalom, peace and safety, salutations to the Hope Elect that is also